Good evening, everyone. My name is Idowu Emmanuel Temitope from Federal University, Gishua, Yobe State. I'm hereby to critically analyze a significant international conflict and demonstrate how key theories and strategies of conflict resolution apply to its resolution. So, my case study will illustrate the interplay of diplomacy, mediation, negotiation, and peace-building efforts, while assessing the role of state and non-state actors. I will use empirical evidence and theoretical framework to evaluate the effectiveness of the resolution strategies, employ and propose alternative approaches where necessary. So my case studies to this question were based on the Bakasi Peninsula dispute between Nigeria and Cameroon. So let me give you a background, just a brief background of the study. The Bakasi Peninsula is a strategic territory located at the mouth of Gulf of Guinea, rich in oil and gas reserves. The dispute over the peninsula dates back to the colonial era, with both Nigeria and Cameroon claiming sovereignty. So we have the theories and strategies of the conflict resolution. I will just explain two out of it. We have the realism, we have liberalism, we have constructivism, and others, but I will try to explain the realism and liberalism. Realism theory emphasize the role of power and interest in shaping international relations. In the Bakassi dispute, realist approach focused on negotiating a mutually acceptable agreement with both countries seeking to maximize their gain. So, realism theories, it emphasizes the role of power and interest in shaping international relations. That is the use of power between the two groups to gain their interest or to fight or to have their interest being claimed. So that is what the realism means. Why the liberalism theory? It highlights the importance of institutions, norms, and cooperation in promoting peace. Liberal approaches to the conflict emphasize the need for international mediation, negotiation, and the establishment of clear border. The liberalism simply means the use of institutions and cooperation in promoting peace, such as the intervention of the UN, EU, and other organizations, and even non-international organization or non-state actors to resolve this dispute. So I will hereby move to the use of diplomacy, mediation, negotiation, and peace building efforts. International Court of Justice ruling in 2002, the ICJ ruled in favor of Cameroon, awarding the Bakassi Peninsula to Cameroon. However, the ruling was met with resistance from Nigeria, which argued that ICJ had no jurisdiction over the matter. So the ICJ stepped into the matter to judge the matter between the two, in which the judgment favored only the Cameroon and didn't favor the Nigeria. So the Nigerian disagree with this, and which argue that ICJ had no jurisdiction over the matter. The second thing that we're going to discuss under this is the Green Tree Agreement of 2006. The Green Tree Agreement of 2006, signed by Nigeria and Cameroon, established a framework for the peaceful resolution of the dispute. The agreement provided for the withdrawal of Nigerian troops from the peninsula and the establishment of a joint commission. Prior to this time, Nigeria has deported a troop to be securing the area. So the Green Tree Agreement, it was being signed so that there will be a peaceful resolution of the dispute, in which it was being stated that the Nigerian troops the Nigerian troop that is working or that is securing the peninsula should be withdrawn. So that was the Green Tree Agreement of 2006. The next thing is African Union or AU mediation. The AU played a crucial role in mediating the dispute, facilitating dialogue between Nigeria and Cameroon and providing technical assistance for border communities. It provide assistance for border demarcation. So African Union also stepped in to make sure that there should be peace between these two parties, in which AU play a crucial role in mediating the dispute, facilitating a dialogue between Nigeria and Cameroon, providing technical assistance for border demarcation. So the AU stepped into to make sure that there is a border demarcation between the two. That is, when there is a clear border between the two, there won't be any issue. You one will know that this place belongs to me, and another the other one also will know that this place belongs to me. There should be a border demarcation. That was the role being played by the AU. Then we have the non-state actors. The non-state actors, such as the Bakasi movement for self-determination, played a significant role in promoting peace building efforts and advocating for the rights of affected community. The Bakassi movement for self-determination, they also play their own role in promoting a peace building effort and advocating for the rights of affected community. So there were some communities that were being affected due to this, due to the crisis or the conflict going on between the two parties. So the Bakassi movement for self-determination, they try in as much as possible to make sure that the affected places or the affected community are being advocated for, to fight for their rights, and to make sure that peace was being restored into the area. So we have the assessment of the resolution strategies. While significant progress has been made in resolving the Bakassi dispute, challenges remain. The effective of the resolution strategies employed can be assessed as following. The ICJ ruling provided a clear legal framework for resolving the dispute, but its implementation was hindered by Nigerian resistance. The Green Tree Agreement provided a framework for peaceful resolution, but implementation was slow, and challenges remain in demarcating the border. We have AU also. We have AU also. AU mediation played a crucial role in facilitating dialogue and providing technical assistance, but its effectiveness was limited by the complexity of the dispute. Now we are having alternative approach. Inclusive and representative negotiation, ensuring that negotiation involve the representative and inclusive delegation from both countries, including affected community and society organization. That is, the two the two parties should be called together, and they should negotiate between themselves in resolving the issue and settling the matters amicably, and also including the affected community and civil society organization, so that the dispute can be settled amicably. Community based peace building, supporting community based peace building initiative that promotes dialogue, trust building and cooperation between affected community. That is, the affected community and others should be called to have a dialogue that will prompt peace building in the area, and that there should be a dialogue. A trust building also should also be implemented. That is, there should be trust between the two or the affected communities. Economic cooperation, promoting economic cooperation between Nigeria and Cameroon, including joint development of Bakasi Peninsula natural resources. That is, when there is economic cooperation between the two, it will foster the peace, because in a situation whereby there is economic friendship or economic relationship rather between two parties, the way in which there will be conflict between the two will be very very low, so if there is economic cooperation between the two parties and the affected communities and others, it will promote the peace, so as for the communities and the parties to be at peace. Another thing is regional organization, strengthening the role of regional organizations such as the AU and the Economic Community of Central African States in mediating and resolving border disputes. That is, if there is regional organization, they can help in solving and resolving the issues between the two parties, and we should have parties and or organizations such as the AU, African Union, and the Economic Community of Central African States, ECAS, in mediating and resolving border disputes. In conclusion, the Bakassi Peninsula dispute between Nigeria and Cameroon is a complex conflict that requires a multifaceted approach to resolution. By applying key theories and strategies of conflict resolution and acknowledge the limitations of past approaches, it is possible to identify alternative strategies that prioritize inclusivity, representation, and community-based peace building. Ultimately, a sustainable resolution to the conflict will require a commitment to addressing the underlying causes of the dispute, including competing claims to sovereignty and natural resources. Thank you, everyone. Once again, my name is Idowu Emmanuel from Federal University, Gate Yobe State. I'm a student of History and International Studies. Thank you all for watching.